Arcanine and Arcanine. One's a fire type and the other's blind. It's Arcanine and Arcanine. Fuzzy orange friends till the end of time. It's Arcanine and Arcanine. Cruising the Pokemon path since 1999. It's Arcanine and Arcanine. Get ready for another episode of Pokemon Timeline.
Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Pokemon Timeline, the series that dictates each set in the Pokemon TCG on the 25th anniversary of their release, and breaks it down into tangible, simple, short, and understandable, relatable facts for the fellow friends and collectors in the TCG. I am Arc, the Canine, and this is my friend here, Arcanine. So, without further ado, y'all, let's do our best to try and collect them all. So today, on episode 7 of Pokemon Timeline, we're going to be talking about Gym Challenge, or it's called Gym 2 Challenge from the Darkness in Japan. That's right, we're the last set of the first generation. So, with this set, it was the 7th set for America, and it was the 6th set for Japan, so we're still about one behind, but that's perfectly fine. That's kind of how they're doing these kind of sets. So, the headshot of the trainer, just like the last set, Gym Heroes, is located at the bottom right of the card, along with the gym badge. That way you know what trainer it is, even though you could just look at the name, but it's just kind of cool. Still here in America, though, we have first edition, and then soon after we have the unlimited printing. Now, this set came out on today, October the 16th of 2000, 25 years ago, and came out on June the 25th of 1999, so we're still about 1 year behind. So, in English, there were 132 cards, just like Gym Heroes before it, but there were 98 cards that were in the Japanese set, so a little smaller, but that sort of thing happens. So, the holos in the set were basically 20, and there was 21 rares, there was 42 uncommons, and there was 49 commons. So that's how many you had of each type. So let's go over it. There were 20 holos, as I said, and this was numbers 1 through 20, because yeah, you had to include the trainers in there as the holos. But then the rares, they were 21 to 30, and 100 to 110, because again, the trainers are at the end when they start the rares. Don't know why, but they just are. The uncommons, well, those are 31 to 59, and 111 to 123. And then lastly, you have the commons, and those are going to be 60 to 99, and 124 to 132. So, there you go. That's basically your set. Now, there are 95 Pokemon, 31 trainers, and 6 energies. And that comprises the 132 card English set that we got here in the States, and in Europe, of course. Now, there were 11 cards per pack. It is going to be a while before it changes from anything less than that. That won't be till the e-reader series, and we'll get there someday. But yeah, we have 11 cards per pack. There are 7 commons, 3 uncommons, and 1 rare. Now, the holos are 1 in 3 packs here in America, and still there are 5 cards in the Japanese packs, but there's a holo in every pack. So, you know, it's a little bit easier for them to get the holos, obviously, but they get less cards overall. Now, the booster boxes, they included 36 packs here in America and 60 packs in Japan, but of course, like I said, only 5 cards per pack versus our 11 here in the States. And there are 4 pack artworks. There's Blaine, Giovanni, Koga, and Sabrina. Just like the last 4, we had 4 more. So that's our main trainers for this set, of course. So when you get past that, you basically have I believe the chases in this one, I mean, there's a decent amount. There's Blaine's Arcanine and Blaine's Charizard. There's Erica's Venusaur. There's Rocket's Mewtwo and, you know, Rocket's Zapdos. You know, there's the holographic trainers, which people tried to collect. So, you know, there's not too many terrible cards in this set. But that's just kind of the way that this set worked. It wasn't really a dud. It wasn't. The set was only $3 when it came out back in 2000, though, which meant that it was basically $110 per booster box, which is just insane to think about, you know, given today's prices. I mean, the Japanese set it's basically $12,000 for a box. The unlimited is about $14,000 to $15,000, and the first edition box, if you can even find one, there's not even one on TCG Player right now. They're like 30 grand, which is just exponential. I believe the Gym Challenge symbol, last time I talked about it and said that it was basically some sort of UFO. Well, it's not. It's a stadium, and it's just reversed. It's black with a little white speck in the middle of it. So it's meant to be a stadium. Go figure. I'm just blonde. But there are no more pre-release promos. We're not going to be doing that. The last one was the last set, Gym Heroes, so we're not going to be doing that for a pretty good while. But Cosmo Holofoil, that continues. Don't worry, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Believe me, that's continuing for years to come. That's going to stay. So, there were 4 theme decks, as you can guess. There are Blaine, Giovanni, Koga, and Sabrina. So, the Blaine deck, it was fire themed, and it contained one of my favorite cards, Blaine's Arcanine, as a holo. The Giovanni deck was fighting, and it featured a Giovanni's Persian as the holographic. And then you had Koga, which was a grass theme, and it had a Koga's Beedrill as the holographic that you were guaranteed. Then finally, Sabrina was psychic themed, and it had Sabrina's Alakazam as the holo. So yeah, that was the 4 theme decks. That's pretty much all the information there is about the set, but I'm going to do what I always do at the end of these episodes, and I'm going to get my cards out of my binder and show them to you, or at least show you all the holographic cards from the set. So let's get into the 20 holographics that I have in my private collection for you.
So, the cards that we have are right here. So we're going to start off with the first one, and this is the one that comes in the theme deck. This is Blaine's Arcanine. Obviously my favorite fire dog for obvious reasons. You can kind of tell I'm Arc the Canine. So yeah, just a beautiful card there, beautiful holo. The second card here is Blaine's Charizard, and yes, it's my dog in the background. I think they're afraid of the fire. But this is obviously the most expensive card by far in the set, and it's actually really hard to get nowadays. So definitely the #1 chase card in the set, beautiful Charizard. Number 3 is Brock's Ninetales. So yeah, we're continuing on with the fire. I love Vulpix. Ninetales is awesome. So loved it in the anime. Love Brock's Ninetales. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. Number 4 here is Erica's Venusaur. And this one, like I said, is one of the chase cards of the set. It's definitely a cool card for sure. And yeah, it's just an awesome grass type. Number 5, moving on, is Giovanni's Gyarados. And yeah, so there are 2 Gyaradoses in the set. We'll get to the second one in a little bit, but this one, you know, it's pretty cool. It's a toss-up of which one's my favorite. Moving on to card number 6, we have Giovanni's Machamp. And again, this isn't one of my favorite cards from the set, but it's not terrible. There's, like I said, there's not too many duds in this set. So yeah, just another cool holographic card for sure. I don't really have much to say about it. The number 7 is going to be Giovanni's Neoking. So yeah, just another one of those cards that, no offense to Giovanni, but some of the cards I'm just kind of like, you know, they're not my favorites, but it's just because it's such a stacked set otherwise. But yeah, just a cool Nidoking. Number 8, Giovanni again. This is the Persian, and like I said, this is the one that comes in the decks that you can get. So this one's probably the one that I had as a kid. This one's the most common one that you'll probably find around. So yeah, cool. Number 9 is Koga's Beedrill. Again, this is one that you would find in the theme deck that I talked about. So it's the most common Koga card to find in the set, really, as far as holographics go. Then number 10 is Koga's Ditto. Now, this can arguably be one of the chase cards of the set because, I mean, everybody loves Ditto. You loved it from the anime. You just kind of like the card. It's a pretty cool card. So, I like the pink blob. I like me some Ditto. So, yeah, pretty cool card. Moving on here to number 11, we have Lieutenant Surge's Raichu. And, of course, we're going to love the mascot of, you know, the entire franchise evolved up. So, yeah, Lieutenant Surge's Raichu, pretty cool card. Number 12, we have Misty's Golduck. So it looks like, you know, it looks like kind of one of Misty's more popular Pokemon that we see in the anime and stuff like that as time goes on. So yeah, it's kind of cool to see Golduck for sure.
Number 13 is the other Gyarados. There's Misty's Gyarados. There it is right there. And this one was my favorite. I like the artwork more personally, but that's just me. What can I say? Gyarados is cool either way though. Gyarados is really cool. Number 14, we have Rocket's Mewtwo. And yeah, this is one of the chase cards of the set. Everybody loves Mewtwo. You loved it since you saw it in the movie. It's just one of those Pokemon that people just really, really like. So I can't blame them. Number 15 here is Rocket Zapdos. So we got Rockets and we got a Legendary. I mean, that's pretty cool. And again, this is the final set for Gym 1. So ending it all with one of the Legendaries there in the set, that's pretty cool. Number 16, we have the only Sabrina card that's a holographic Pokemon. It's Sabrina's Alakazam. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. And, yeah, like I said, it was the one that you could get in the theme deck, so it was the most common holographic card and the only holographic card from her. So, it all works out, I guess. These last four are just like they were with the last gym set, and they're the trainers. So, this is number 17. This is Blaine. And so that way you kind of get an idea of what he looks like if you didn't look at the bottom of the cards where, you know, the information is on the bottom right, like I talked about earlier in the video. Number 18 is Giovanni. And yeah, just another cool thing. I think it's cool. I wish they had done this with more trainers, you know, going forward. I wish they'd really done this. The 19 is Koga. And, you know, getting down to the last card here to close out the set, we have Sabrina. So that's all 20 of the holographics. I hope that you enjoyed seeing part of my collection, and I hope that you stay tuned for more of the videos in the future.
And with that, fellow Pokemon trainers and masters, that brings to a close another episode of Pokemon Timeline. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because these episodes will continue to come out periodically as the 25th anniversary of each Pokemon set arrives down the line. Until next time, keep collecting, and remember, you gotta catch 'em all. See you later.